Okay, everybody, I'm just making a quick video here about the wood stove that we ended up building. I got a shop. We built it several years ago. It's really big, by my standards anyway. I want to say it's like 72 by 60. So it's pretty good size, really tall. I think the ceilings are right at 25 foot to the peak, 26 feet. You know, a little storage area, a little entertainment area, the man fridge, that kind of stuff. So it's pretty good size, more storage area up there with pool table, whatnot. I guess it's not really a shop as much as it is just a play area for me and the kids and mom and everybody else. So, but nonetheless, this shop was pretty much unusable for about 2-3 months a year. Where we live at, it gets really cold. Usually December, January, February, you're dipping down into the single digits, below zero, usually for at least a couple weeks of the year, which is pretty unbearable out in the shop. So we went ahead and built a wood burning stove to kind of get it warmed up out here. Did a lot of research, watched a lot of videos, looked at a lot of YouTube stuff, considered building a single barrel, maybe a double barrel, and then we even thought about concocting some type of triple barrel system. But during our research looking at YouTube videos, I found one online of a guy that built one real similar to what we've got. I've done some modifications from his design to kind of work out better for us. So I'll go through them with you really quick. We did just build a fire here I just built it maybe 15 minutes ago. It's cooking pretty good right now. So let me go over a couple of the items with you real quick. So this started off as a 300-gallon 300-gallon fuel oil tank. We cut that down to 3 foot. It was 5 foot, which is standard size. We used some of the leftover part that we cut off right here to build this little spot here. It's probably about 8-10 inches. And what that does is allows this right here, which is just off of a furnace. I believe it was a 3 or 4 ton furnace. It's a 3rd horsepower. I got it from a buddy who salvaged it off of a furnace. He's an HVAC guy, so I got it for like $30 from him. But it works great, puts out tons of air. More or less, this just builds up air pressure, shoves it into this box. This box takes that air, brings it over here. These pipes are going into that box, and then it blows the hot air out. I'll show you inside here so if you can get a good look. You can see all those pipes, and the fire goes around all those pipes, gets them nice and hot. Those are a 2-inch piping is what that is, which is about right in the middle between Schedule 10 and Schedule 40. I was afraid Schedule 10 might be a little bit too small, too light. I was afraid of it getting too hot and maybe melting through or sagging. And then Schedule 40 I was afraid was going to be a little bit too thick and maybe not transfer the heat through the pipe well enough to get the heat out from the airflow. Okay, so to control this, what we ended up doing is we put a timer over here, and it's just got 5-minute, I'll put it up there close, 5-minute, 15, 30, 60, 2 hour, 4 hour. Or you could, this button that's sitting right here, you can push and hold it, and it'll just turn it on non-stop. If you hold it down for 5 seconds, it'll just run continuously till you turn it back off. That way, if we got a fire out here, we got to leave or something, and I know there's probably about an hour or 2 left of good fire in there, I can just push 60 minutes or 2 hours or whatever I feel I need to kind of finish this up. Because if you don't run this thing and you got this fire going hot, this thing will get steaming crazy hot. One of the other modifications that we did make was this guy right here, and all that is, if you look down in there, is just a plate. It just slides up and down. And really what that plate does is it just restricts the amount of air that can get through, fill this box up, and come out these pipes right here. So that's kind of what we got. This was just a barrel stove kit. Bought it from, I don't remember where I got it, like a D&B Supply or one of those places. It's like $50. And then this was the regulator to let the air in and out. It's not nearly enough. So we did build these 3-inch. These are just 3-inch Schedule 40. We welded a spring nut on there. Ran the screw or the bolt through there so we could just slide these plates back and forth to allow however much air we did or did not want to get in there. These handles that we put on right there are antler. That's off of a bull elk that I shot, and that serves 3 purposes. One is antler does not conduct heat very well at all. It's real similar to wood in that fashion. It doesn't conduct heat. This thing can get super hot. These never get hot. They'll get warm, but they don't get hot. Two, I think they just look cool. We ground them down a little bit, cut them where we thought looked good, ground them down, put them on there. Works good, looks good. And three, it just gives me an opportunity to tell people that I shot a bull elk with a bow and arrow, which is pretty cool. So that's what we've got going on with that right there. You can see when you're looking in there right now, you can see those pipes are starting to get red hot. I've just started this fire probably 15 minutes or so ago. Those things are getting real hot. So we'll go ahead and turn this thing on. We did do an 8-inch dampener instead of a 6-inch. That allows us to get a lot better draft. We get a great draft with that. You can see right now, we're already 650, 700 degrees. We're 700 degrees on that, so we're really getting hot. So we're gonna turn this baby on. We'll just hit the 2-hour button. That gets moving. We'll open this guy up, let it get good airflow. Now we're pretty much max air coming out right there. Air comes out these guys here, and it's hot. And this air that's coming out of here it's hot. Doesn't make too much noise. You really don't notice it. Probably will if I'm standing right in front of it right here because of the microphone. But if you stand up to the side where you're not getting a lot of it, it's really not bad on the noise. I haven't painted it. I bought the stove paint to paint it. Never got around to doing it. I kind of like the way it looks just with the wire brush. Kind of an industrial look to it. I still may end up painting it if I get tired of the way this looks, but for now I figure I'd just leave it the way it is. Let's go grab that heat gun real quick. We'll see what we got. So right now, if we're looking at the side of this baby, we're 780, say 785, 790. Sitting right here on the side, so it gets super hot if you want it to. It'll cool itself down. Stovepipe right now sitting. Oh, there we go. Oh, 600 degrees, 500, 600 degrees. So it's hot, really hot, but that's just because I hadn't turned that thing on yet. Now that I've got that fan blowing full force, it'll cool down. It'll cool it down. In front of these guys is sitting 500 degrees, a little over 500 degrees. Air coming out of this, I don't know if I can get it. I don't know if it'll work or not, trying to get the air out of here. Well, it's gonna be tough. This thing doesn't work very good for that, but you can't stick your hand. Even I'm 2 feet out and that I can't leave my hand there for more than, a couple seconds. It's plenty hot. Like I said, it will cool down as that air continues to flow over those pipes. Those pipes transfer the heat really well from that fire up and through. Again, if you look up in there, you can see, those pipes, the fire just kind of creeps around all of them. Gets nice and hot. You can get this shop warmed up, within about 30 minutes, you've got the chill off pretty good, and within an hour, you're walking around in a t-shirt without any too big of issues. One thing I did know this going in, the other guy had mentioned the same that had built one similar to this. It's not super efficient. You could burn through the wood pretty quick. I'm not out here very often. We come out on the weekends and shoot hoops and hit in the batting cage and mess around. We do little projects out here, build stuff now and then, just kind of dink around. It's more for fun than anything else. So it works great when we're out here all day. We'll go through quite a bit of wood, but like this box right here, we can go through what you're looking at right there, that amount of firewood. We can go through that pretty easy in a day without any issues at all, maybe even less than that. That right there will hold about all that wood you see right there. It could dang near hold it. It'll hold just a gobs of wood. But yeah, it works great. Gets super hot. Now that we've got that thing, those up and going, we can kind of close this dampener off, kind of close that draft so it's not quite so much. It'll start cooling this guy down a little bit. Maybe close these down just a hair so it's not needing so much oxygen, and it'll kind of slow its burn down and kind of cool down a little bit. But just wanted to show you you can get it super hot if you really choose to. Haven't had any issues with it at all. It's a lot thicker than your normal barrel, 55-gallon drum barrel. I don't know what the actual thickness is in millimeters or however they do it, but just by sight and feel, cutting both open, looking at them, I'd say this has got to be oh, at least 1.5 times as thick, maybe double thickness of a 50-gallon drum barrel. So it should last a good long time. The bottom of it's filled full of sand, you know, up to below that grate a little bit. Then we got the fire brick all the way around. So the fire's never generally directly on the sides. And the coals, that's the part you really got to worry about, is the coals. They'll get real hot. So yeah, it works really, really good. Hopefully this will give you some ideas. If you got any questions, feel free to leave them in there and I'll do my best to respond to them. But have a good day.